Okay, America, this is Ken Higby in Lander, Wyoming. You're kind of taking a look at my fire going in this building. It's kind of cool out today. You can see the smoke and the heat and everything coming off of it. I'd like to talk to you today. This isn't a multi-million-dollar operation, and I'm just a farm boy that went to war, and I'm a veteran and disabled. And I'm talking to the American public. I'm talking to Donald Trump. I'm talking to people who really want to make this country great again. I'm not the smartest, or I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. I'm a substitute teacher. I teach math, science, political science. My 8th graders are in the process right now of going through the political process and seeing all that's going on. And I'm 61 years old, and all my life I've followed politics. And right now in this time, this is the worst time that I have ever seen in my life. I've seen dirty politics and everything else. And I know that the establishment right now is trying to get a new world order. I'm not stupid, and I know you're not. And I'm going to appeal to every American, Main Street American, out there today. The mainstream media is covering up one of the biggest Ponzi schemes that has ever come about in this world. And that Ponzi scheme is created by our legislators in Washington now with Wall Street and big business. And we all know, we've all seen it. 2008, in the 1999, WorldCom, Enron, AIG, Lehman Brothers, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, all of these have almost destroyed the economy of our country. And the mainstream establishment wants to do it again. They want to remain in power. They want to continue to do exactly the same thing that they've been doing. We have to wake up, America. We have to know what's going on. I don't know any other way to say it but the truth. I don't have dazzle in my eyes. There's no smoke that has been put into my eyes. I see clearly, and you should too, what is going on. I'm not going to go along, and I'm not going to diminish any of the candidates that are running for presidency. But I'm going to tell you the truth of what I know is the truth, and why I think, even though he's not perfect, even though he doesn't have some of the right things to say, he's never been a politician. He's a big businessman, and that's Donald Trump. Everybody's against Donald Trump. And the reason why they're against him, because he's going to take away the pig trough management, where everybody in the upper government, 1% of our country, is feeding from the trough, and that trough is being fed by you and me, the other 99% of this country. And they have run us into debt. They say there's a $19 trillion debt. Okay, the omnibus bill just passed for $2.5 trillion more dollars to be added to it. So by the time Trump, if he wins the presidency, will be pulling into a $21.5 trillion deficit. But I'm going to tell you the truth. And the big mainstream people out there and the establishment's not going to like this. But the truth is that our country is $69 trillion in debt. They won't tell you this because they're afraid to tell you. And they don't want to be out of power because they want to continue to have the benefits and be able to have you and me out here, the 99%, continue to send money to them so they can just spend it and they can have their big lavish parties. I'll tell you another truth. The presidential party that they had, the inaugural party, That cost the American people $250 million just for one party. Now I'm telling you, America, this is straight. I'm not a politician. I'm a country boy. I'm a substitute teacher. I taught construction, math, science for 35 years, and I'm retired. But I care about this country. I served for this country in the military. I was in the submarine service 6 years. I did my duty. I took the oath to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States against all foreign and domestic enemies. And right now we have a domestic enemy. And that is the politicians who are running the country right now and the ones who want to run it in the future. They don't want to lose the money and the big parties and the wealth and the power that they have right now. They don't want you, the American public, to know what they've been doing and how they've been spending the money. They have been spending trillions of dollars building underground bunkers to shelter themselves from what is coming. An economic collapse that is greater than any one that the American public or anyone in the world has ever seen. This will even be eclipsed by the Roman Empire falling or the Egyptian Empire falling. This collapse of the United States will be a worldwide collapse, and millions of people will be dead. I'm telling you straight, folks. If we don't get the right person in the right place who can appoint the right people to turn this country around, who's not thinking of just himself or the party affiliation or the millions or the power that he can have. All of the other candidates, that's all they want, is to continue their lifestyle and the lifestyle of those who have put them there. Those millions of dollars that Jeb Bush and the Republican Party and the Hillary Clinton and the Democratic Party that are spending, they say that's super PAC money. That is taxpayer dollars that have been stolen from you and me. All of those Wall Street bailouts, trillions of dollars that were spent. That's what's trying to defeat Trump right now. Trump is not using a single dollar from anyone. No PACs, no special interests, his own money. And the PACs and all those people that are fighting against him, paying the millions of dollars to the mainstream media that is just taking the money and putting out the ads that are untrue, false, lies. Come on, America. I can see it. My 8th grade class can see it. Why can't you see it? Unite, America, against this tyranny of monsters who have just put themselves into power, and they sit there and they are going to destroy anyone who comes along who wants to change that. I'm appealing to all you veterans out there. There's millions of you. I'm a veteran myself. I know that Donald Trump isn't perfect, but at least he's going against the establishment that we've had 35 years of unperfectness, stealing from us, putting our young men and women in danger, having them maimed and killed, coming home, veterans that have come home disabled and they don't have what they need from our government because they have taken it for themselves on lavish parties and spending trillions of dollars on these underground bunkers to house them when things start going awry and when we have this revolution that's coming. It can't help but be. We are trillions and trillions of dollars in debt, and they're not even trying to pay back the debt. They're just keep raping us and taking the money from us and allowing people to come in here. Look at the thousands and hundreds of thousands of immigrants that are coming in. Now, I'm not biased. I know that America is the melting pot. All of us are immigrants here, and that's what makes America great. But to bring immigrants in here, refugees from a war-torn country who are trained professional killers, who don't care whether they take a sword and behead you, or take a bomb and blow you up, or take a machine gun and just start mowing you down in your home places. I'm telling you, America, we have to wake up to this and the tyranny. Those people who are leading our country are leading our country astray, and we're being led into the slaughterhouse just like Hitler. The Jews followed it right up until the time they were gassed in the chambers. America, we're following the establishment right now. They're smiling and having a good time and telling you how bad Trump is going to be for this country. All the time that they have been bad for this country for 35 years. We know now that JFK was killed by a plot by who other than the Vice President, Lyndon B. Johnson. And who else? Someone that was in the presidency too. And right now, those people who caused that and 9/11, the 28 pages will tell the truth. And they're being blocked from us. And the only person that's going to bring those out so we, America, know the truth is Donald Trump. Again, I say, I know that he's not perfect. But at least he's going to expose these truths so we, the American people, can know. Now, we need jobs in this country, but they're being put out by NAFTA and the PPT and all of these trade agreements that are taking and putting it out of our country and out of our hands. Those people who are in office right now, those people who are running to be in office of the mainstream and established New World Order are going to lead us right into oblivion. Now, I'm telling you the truth, folks. This is the only way I can do is be blunt and tell you. I've lived on this ranch that I'm at right now. And I'll show you outside. I've lived here all my life. And I'm seeing everything go and everything be destroyed. It's up to us, America. The 99% that's being led by the 1% wealthy people who don't want to be unseated from their wealth. They're going to take us for everything that we have right down to where we don't have anything, and then they're going to take our lives. Just like they're doing to the Bundys and the people in Oregon where they've taken their ranches. They've made laws to skirt around being able to purposely and maliciously take, and then when we try to defend our land, they kill us. They killed the people in Oregon and they put them in jail. They're putting them in federal prison just for wanting to stand up and keep their land, their belongings, their life, their freedoms. And that's all being taken away by the people who are in charge right now and those of the establishment who are running. Now, this video might get me killed because those people don't want people like me talking against them. Just like Judge Scalia, the last of the constitutional lawyers in the Supreme Court. The weighing factor that kept all of this tide of tyranny away from the American public. You can't tell me that he died of natural causes. A person doesn't die of natural causes with a pillow over his head. And then to skirt the law that you're supposed to have an autopsy of somebody who dies, especially within the height of what Judge Scalia was, a federal court judge, a Supreme Court judge of this land, the highest court in our nation. And the man wasn't even given restitution of all the years of service that he gave. For us, the American people, to know exactly what's going on and why he died. That is just part of it, America. There are so many unseen secrets of people who have been killed because they're trying to bring out the truth. I'm a truth teller. I believe in the Constitution of the United States. I took an oath to uphold it and defend it against all foreign and domestic enemies. And I'm telling you, America, we have domestic enemies running for office right now. And they will do anything that they can to get back into power and take every bit of wealth that you and I can supply to them in our lifetime. If we do not stop them now, our children and our children's children will suffer and be slaves to this government and the people who run it. They are not servants. They are wolves, ravenous wolves, taking us all. And if we don't stand up now and fight it, we will not win. The only way we're going to win is if our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ comes, which He's going to. But we still have to fight. We can't let Him come and us not doing something. We have to be doing and working and trying and striving to do our best to overthrow this evil. Because if we're not, we're part of it. I love you all. God bless you. And thank you for your time. And I hope that all of you get out there and vote your conscience and look and open your eyes and see what's coming. Thank you and have a wonderful day.